Grief is difficult because once you think you're over it, it can re-manifest in different ways, and it can be triggered by a situation, maybe a memory, a song. It could be just a moment of silence. It's so unpredictable that you don't know how to navigate it. And today we're trying to find ways to do so with our guest Andrea Berzen, chapter leader of the Compassionate Friends Johannesburg, and we're speaking about how do you actually take the strength of going through that moment that should be disempowering to a large degree and turning it around into something that can be empowering. Let's talk a little bit about that, Andrea, in terms of would you intervene when someone has a long-term grief season?
Okay, so that's really a great question, Benjamin, because as we were talking, that when somebody's really stuck into that grief, it's important that the person can see within themselves, oh, I actually need help. And once the person has acknowledged and saying to themselves, listen, I've been in this grief state for a very, very long time. I actually need to get out of it. And the moment that comment is made, even if it's just in the person's mind who's grieving, that in itself is the start of the change of that person moving forward. And so people around need to support the person who's grieving. But once that person realizes, oh, I actually need help, that's when healing starts. And it doesn't matter whether it's after 3 months or after 25 years. And that person then, the best would be then to approach an organization like the Compassionate Friends and say, I need some support. So once the support is then open for acceptance, we then start encouraging the person to do small little changes in their lifestyle. So instead of waking up in the morning and immediately looking at your child's photo and saying, oh, I wish you were still here, you need to say, you look at the child's photo and say, oh, I remember you with your beautiful sparkling blue eyes, or your gorgeous frizzy hair with all those plaits. So that in itself is the start. And we start by suggesting very small little changes to the person's routine. Instead of having your coffee in your living area, go outside. It doesn't matter where you're living. Take your coffee and go outside and look at the beautiful sky around you. Small little changes into your routine will start having another effect in terms of your emotion and your grief. And the most important part of this is the self-care, that a person doesn't go and start helping everybody else. If they within themselves had this long grief and they've started making changes to their lifestyle, to their daily routine, that in itself is a start. So as I'm saying, take a cup of coffee, go look at the sky, take a walk around the block, phone a friend who you haven't heard or you haven't spoken to in a long time, even visit an animal sanctuary, go take a walk. If you've got a beautiful enclosed green space near you, go and take a walk there. Start making little changes. But another very important thing is to reach out to the support organizations that can assist. Because within the support organization, so looking at the Compassionate Friends, we meet once a month on the second Saturday of every month, where we invite and encourage families in their grief, whether they've been grieving for 3 months or 25 years, to come through to our center and meet other people within the same space. Well, we call it a new family. It's a new club that you've joined that you never wanted to join, never thought you would be joining in a million years. But the important thing is to remember is that self-care.
Yeah, I love that. And also, at times when we've lost someone, we forget that there's those that are still with us, that we still need to connect with. I mean, you might have lost a child, as painful as it is. You still have, maybe you have other children that you still have, and they're still your children, they're still alive, right? So making that switch to say, okay, I've lost a child, but I still have to connect with these people that are here, or I've lost a sibling, but I still have my other siblings here. Is that reconnection with people going to make it easier, or is it unpredictable to say because different family situations don't look the same?
Well, there we go. It is unpredictable, and we wish in a real situation that everybody within that family, whoever they've lost, can come together and understand each other. So that person who's grieving the loss of, say, her child or her brother or sister, but there are other children and there are other siblings. If she's approaching a new her sibling that she hasn't spoken to in, say, 6 years, it's for the other sibling who's still around to say, oh, look, my sister's reaching out. It's really a very challenging and difficult situation. You know, if you've got a family that are very connected and very supportive, and they see that this one, say it's a sibling who's lost a sibling, is really battling, they need to be able to give that sibling space to grieve. But when it's time when that sibling says, hang on, I'm ready to now connect with everybody, the rest of the siblings need to be able to open up and say, come, we're still here for you. We understand we're all grieving. So as you said earlier, it's unpredictable.
Mm-hmm.
And that's unfortunately with our life. It is unpredictable.
Yeah. Andrea, we have to let it go there. A very difficult
Yes.
conversation indeed. But I love the fact that you gave us the realism of it, that it's really something that can't be pinned down in one way, that there are multiple ways to approach it, but also it manifests itself differently. If someone is listening here in Johannesburg or in South Africa, how can they get the help of the Compassionate Friends?
So we are situated in Highlands North in Eastern Johannesburg. We've got, I'll give you our numbers. So our landline is 011 440 6322. Our mobile is 078 147 2705. We then have quite a number of support groups. We've got our second Saturday of every month, our support group in the afternoon. The support group reaches out to everybody, whether they're grieving the loss of the child due to a motor vehicle accident, due to a baby being stillborn,
Sure.
due to somebody who has taken their life by suicide, even to the younger siblings, 17 years and younger.
Okay.
We've got specific support groups. We also, Benjamin, have a new online support group, which is connected to the whole of South Africa. Anyone can connect there. You once again use the numbers and we then send the information out. And also we've got a 24/7 WhatsApp support line that is on that 078 147 2705 number. So we are available out there for people to connect. That's as wonderful. Well as on Facebook.
Well, we have to leave
TCF
it there.
Johannesburg.
Sure. Thank you so much for giving us your time and helping us on this difficult conversation. Thank you, Andrea.
Thank you so much, Benjamin, and to the team at Channel Africa.
That's Andrea Berzen, chapter leader of the Compassionate Friends Johannesburg. Hey, grief is difficult, isn't it? And the ways that it manifests is also different.